you didn't take the deal. And so he violated the rules of integrity with me. And immediately I lost trust with him as a leader, and I no longer looked up to him as a leader. If you do not have integrity, your business will burn to the freaking ground. What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Project Fortify. And my name is Kyle Livingston, and today I want to talk to you about not being a giant freaking liar. Listen, as a business owner, as somebody who leads people, as somebody who has a team, as somebody who's looking to grow and scale, the biggest thing that you need to be aware of is not paying attention to leadership. If you don't pay attention to growing leadership, it's going to harm you in the long run. And I'm not just talking about leadership for yourself. I'm also talking about leadership for your team. And if you're assigning people in roles that is a leadership type of role, making sure that they are practicing and demonstrating leadership. Leadership is honestly one of the biggest things that I've found, and it really comes down to integrity. I think that's really if I were to distill a leadership down, it comes down to integrity. Do you say what you're going to do? Do you put other people, not necessarily first, but do you account for their needs when you make decisions? Is this something that you should be doing or want to be doing? Is this something that is going to be what's best for the business or what's best for you? And as a leader, not only do you need to work on your leadership skills, but you need to have integrity. And I think that's what I want to come and talk to you guys about right now is integrity and leadership. Because the moment you lose integrity as a leader is the moment everything will fall apart. It is the moment that every single one of your employees will start to second guess whether or not you're the right person to get them to their goals. Because remember, in our business, we have goals for us, we have business goals, and everybody inside of our business has their own goals. And the moment you lose integrity is the moment that your entire team stops believing that your goals and their goals are in alignment. They no longer believe that they can get to their goals, they can no longer get to what they're trying to do because you have a lack of integrity and you can't actually see it, or you're not actually paying attention to it. Well, I'm gonna tell you a couple stories. I'm gonna tell you a time where I didn't have integrity, and I'll tell you a time where I had the integrity, but someone else in the business didn't have integrity with me. And so I've been on both sides of it. I wanna share with you the perspective from both places. And the first one was back when I had my commercial construction company, payroll was due every Friday. And there was one Friday where I didn't hold up my end of the bargain, and I was unable to pay my guys that Friday. I had about 9 guys on the payroll at that time, and I couldn't pay them because the loan that I needed, didn't hit. As you guys know my story during that time, cash flow was a big issue for me. And I told the guys I'd pay them every Friday, and here we are on a Thursday night, and I don't have enough money to pay them. And I wake up the next morning and I tell them, I was like, hey guys, listen, I cannot pay you until Tuesday. Maybe it was Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Monday, Tuesday, whatever, early next week. I can give you a part of your paycheck today, but I cannot give you the rest until Monday. And I was out of integrity because when they came to work for me, they had put their livelihood in my hands. They had put their livelihood, their family's livelihood, the bread on their table, the payments and the bills and the mortgage and everything else. They put their responsibility in my integrity, whether or not I was gonna pay them. And it came back to bite me in the ass, man. So I might have already shared this story at a previous time, but long story short, they stayed the weekend. I bought them all the cigarettes they could smoke and all the energy drinks they could drink and all the beer they could drink and whatever. Enjoy the weekend. I'll give you guys Monday off as well. Here's some cash to send home to your families because I know they need it. And I'll give you the rest on Monday. And so Monday rolls around, and the guys were like, hey, obviously you said we could have today off. We're gonna go to the beach. Give them the rest of their money. It was direct deposited in their account Tuesday morning, whatever it was. And like, hey, we're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna take the day off and go to the beach. And if you've listened to my other episode, I go in to tell you how these guys, we were in Houston, Texas, and how these 3 guys were from Florida. And what they did was they, in essence, stole my truck. They took one of our work trucks, drove it all the way to Florida. So I guess they weren't lying. They said they were going to the beach. They just didn't tell me which beach. And I get a picture of my truck about 18 hours later in the parking lot of Daytona Beach, and not in the nicest of neighborhoods. And because I was out of integrity, I had 3 employees walk out and steal an $80,000 truck, all of the harnesses and gear and tools and power tools and everything that I'd given to them, they'd taken as well. So they'd gotten away with almost $100,000 worth of stuff. And it was all because I didn't have integrity and I wasn't able to actually make the commitments that I said I was gonna make. The other side was I was actually working with a company, and I was working on their sales team, and one of their new leaders that they had just recently put into place did not have integrity. I'll just be straight up. He just didn't have integrity. And you know, sales is a very cutthroat game anyway, and if you don't have integrity, everything is up for game. Everything's up for game. And I was actually joking with a partner of mine in one of the businesses, and I was like, man, if I didn't have integrity, if you didn't have integrity, like we would be billionaires. And it all comes down to integrity, and we're still gonna be that, but it might just take us a little longer because we're only gonna do it the right way. And so I'm working in this company as one of the sales guys, and I get this deal, and it was like, for me, the biggest deal that I had ever teed up, got them on the line, got them a deposit on it, and we had a call set up later on next week or the week after or something. And you know, I'm constantly in communication with these guys, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the next thing you know, I see this notification pop up in our Slack saying that this deal had been won. And I'm like, well, that's strange, because that's my deal. Like, I'm talking to them on Thursday, it was like a Monday or Tuesday. I was like, I'm talking to them in a couple days. Must have just been a mistake. That's weird. What had happened was the leader of the sales team had gone in, and because he knew these people outside of just a sales relationship, called them up and actually closed the deal, so he got the commission. And again, this is like one of the biggest deals that I had queued up so far for the year, especially for the month. And it was literally just taken out underneath of me. And we had a rule, like if there was a deposit on a deal and it's on the calendar, you didn't take the deal. And so he violated the rules of integrity with me. And immediately I lost trust with him as a leader, and I no longer looked up to him as a leader, not because he had taken a deal away from me and I was bitter, but because I couldn't trust him anymore. And so because I couldn't trust him as a leader, I could no longer trust him to guide me and lead me into getting my goals accomplished. Because it's important, I have goals too. And my goals in that business and your employees' goals in your business, it's the same thing. And so if you as a leader are flip-flopping and you're going back and forth from this goal to that goal, and you're changing the comp structure, and you're doing these things that maybe you say that you're gonna be on meetings at 10 a.m. and you arrive at 10:04 every single time unprepared as the leader, your team is going to stop trusting you. And if your team stops trusting you, that is the number one way, the fastest way to completely lose your entire team. And so don't be the people that are out there trying to lead from a non-integral state, because you're never gonna get very far. You might be able to convince people for a season. You might even be able to convince people for a couple of years. But at some point, everything will come crumbling down, because your fundamental level of integrity has been sacrificed, and you're doing whatever you need to do to make money, or to make ends meet, or to pay the bills, or to buy the Lamborghini, or to book the private jet, or whatever your goals are, whatever thing is going on in your business. If you do not have integrity, your business will burn to the freaking ground. And so you as a leader and your leadership team, you must, inside of your core values as a human being, have integrity. And if you don't, or you sense that anybody else on your leadership team doesn't, you need to let them go immediately. There is no, oh, well, he only made it. No. If you find someone on your leadership team who lacks integrity at any point, I promise you that is just a chink in the armor, and they will lack integrity through and through. You have to let them go right away. If you find yourself lacking integrity, you need to step up and step into a place of operating out of pure, authentic integrity. And if you can do that, your team will follow. And if you can't, your team will literally dissolve underneath of your feet. And the last thing that I want to see happen for you is that you build a multi-million-dollar empire only to lose it because you just didn't have integrity, and you actually built this on a team that's willing to walk away at any given point. So have your team's best interest in mind, have integrity. If you struggle with any of this, or you struggle with like, man, how do I get my vision out of my head while remaining in integrity? You know, we help with that. We can walk you through on like how to actually get your vision out of your head into a roadmap and actually follow that roadmap without deviating, because that's gonna get your team to trust you. One resource I do wanna give you, if you head over to fortifiedtoolbox.com, all of our templates that we've ever used, all of our dashboards that we've ever used, everything that we use to build these companies and build these businesses that we work with is over there for free. It's fortifiedtoolbox.com. Head on over there, snag some of that. and start using it in your business. It's gonna help you out. But if you find this type of content helpful or valuable, hit the like button, let me know. I'll start making more content like this. Like the fastest way for me to know what content to make is that feedback loop, is that like button, is that subscribe button. I don't really have a content posting schedule, so the only way to really know when I'm gonna be going, getting new content is to be subscribed and get that little ding that comes through when I post content. So if you guys find this stuff valuable, helpful, let me know. Let me know in the comments, share this stuff. It's a crazy world out there when it comes to video content, so I'm still learning, and I wanna make sure that I give you guys everything that you want and everything that you're looking for to help you guys grow in your business. So hope you have a good rest of your guys' day. Go out there, find ways that you can stand firm with integrity and do a hard audit of your team and say who doesn't have integrity and let them go. So cool, see you guys in the next one. Later.